Hello, welcome back to another Sam & Will's Magic episode. Today we're going to be teaching you some manipulations, so moving cards from anywhere in the deck to the top of the deck, which can be really useful in most magic tricks.
Okay, so we'll start off with some simpler ones and then we'll move on to a more advanced move called the pass.
Okay, let's get straight into it.
So what I'm going to show you now is probably the simplest manipulation that we know. It's a way of making it look like you've cut the cards without actually doing anything at all, so it leaves the whole deck in the same order. Now, all you need to do is pretend that you're cutting the cards by taking the bottom half away, putting it down on the table, and putting the top half back on the top. But if you do it quickly enough, and they're not really paying too much attention, it can just look like you're cutting the cards normally. Now, it's a little bit sloppy and they could notice it, so a better way to do it, which also distracts them a bit from the fact that you're doing something weird, is to take the bottom half away and then just straighten them up by tapping the two halves together and then putting the bottom half down and the top half back on top. Because when you tap it, they don't really notice which half has come from where and they lose track of it. And it's a great way of just keeping the cards in the same order, and it's really easy to do.
Okay, this is called a table cut. Now I'll keep the ace of spades on the top just to show you that the top card is going to be the ace of spades. Now this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. You just cut the cards and then cut them again, and of course the ace is on top. Now that's quite simple. What you do is you're going to cut into the pack. I'd recommend cutting about a quarter of the way into the pack, quite a small packet, and you're going to take that in your other hand and then place the rest of the cards on top, but you're going to hold a break with your little finger, like so. Okay, so once again, cut off about a quarter into your hand, hold it with a break. Now from there, it's just a matter of this larger packet here, lifting off about half of that pack, putting it down, lifting everything else up to the break, putting it down, and then putting everything else on top. So you're retaining that ace, and you can do it with, you can just do it once, one cut, or you can do lots of very little cuts. It doesn't really matter, but it gives a great illusion that you've cut the cards, when really it's just the ace. The next one we're going to show is called the double undercut. I'm going to keep the ace on top again, just to show you. Now this is what it looks like. It's just repeatedly just cutting the cards like this, but the ace is still on top. Now you're going to start this off the same as you did the table cut, but instead of going like a quarter into the pack, you're going to go like 3/4 in, so take a big chunk, and then you're going to go right into the same position with the break. Okay, and once you're there, it's kind of like before, you're just going to split this bottom packet up, but you're going to take about half of it, and then as you do that, with your left hand, you're going to take that pack away, but obviously that's going to take away your break, pinky, so your thumb is going to trap those cards in a thumb break, like this. Okay, so you go from that, thumb comes on, and it takes over. Now from there, you're just going to put the cards on top, and you can put the cards up to the break on top, and that will keep the ace in position.
Okay, so now I'm going to try to teach you the move called the pass. It's quite a complicated one, so here we go. What it looks like is this. You take a card from the middle, say the 10 of spades, put it in the middle of the pack, just shake the pack, and the 10's on top. Now, how this works is, take a card from the middle to a diamond, say. I'll leave it face up so it's easier to follow. And you get a pinky break under the, just above the card that you want. And then you hold the pack like this with your forefinger curled round underneath. Then you hold the pack, the top half at least, with your right hand above, and then using all 4 fingers here, you can pivot the bottom half out. So you bring it out and up round into this position here. So when they're looking at it from above, it should be hidden behind your hand. So then you can shake or do any distraction that you want, and you just flip that top half on to bring their card to the top. So I'll show you that from another view, just from underneath here. So the move looks like this, and it just brings the bottom half to the top from where the pinky break was. Now you can try to disguise it in some other ways, because they might think, why did you just shake the pack randomly while you were holding the cards? So what you could do is get it round to the position with it underneath, and then bring the cards down and tap them on the table to straighten them up, just so it looks like you're doing something more natural, so that they don't get suspicious. But it's a great way of bringing a selected card from the middle of the pack to the top without them knowing that anything's happened. Alright, so as we've said before, it's really important to practice the tricks, especially with the pass, because you need to keep it hidden. So practice in front of mirrors and in front of other people, just to make sure they can't see what's going on. And even while you're just sitting watching TV, hold a pack of cards in your hand and keep doing this over and over again, just to make sure you've got the move really down.
Okay, next week we are going to, well, not next week, whenever we do our next video, we're going to teach you a trick. It'll probably be the ambitious card routine, which we did a tiny bit of in our first video when I said I'll take a card and put it in the pack, but it'll actually come back to the top. We'll be showing you one of our ambitious card routines and how to do it.
Okay, so please rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. So it's really important to practice all of those tricks, because you don't want to be performing in front of someone and then go and make some kind of huge mistake.
Sorry. That wouldn't look too good.
Pick them up.
Oh. So next week we'll probably be doing what's called the ambit. Sorry. Facepalm much?